All right, let's do this. All right, let's start off with the first Ultimate Son Gohan figure. This was what? Way before I even started collecting this. I believe this was in what? 2017 was when I collected this, but this came out in 2015. I ended up getting this aftermarket off eBay for a really pretty penny. This was at the time I was really, getting into collecting, and Gohan had been my favorite character in Dragon Ball, especially playing Dragon Ball Fighter Z. That was definitely a really good character to get into. So I wanted to find a representation of that character, and this one was my first, again, purchase. It was a really hefty price. However, I got lucky, and this one came with a custom, but I'll go ahead and show you that later on. But let's get into the figure first. I believe he is based off of Goku's first iteration, so you'll see a lot of, the first type of figure arts, Z Fighters look and feel. The blue is a little bit, how you'd say, washed out. The yellow as well. It's very matted style. His eyes are very thin. You can see the detail in the eyebrows itself. His hair is pretty matted, so that's the cool thing. Again, if you had a Goku, it's practically the same except for, his gi and the colors and all. But yeah, this was a really good starter Gohan figure. Let's go into what is inside the box. So I'm gonna go ahead and open that really quickly, and I usually try to open these as carefully as possible. So what I do is just grab onto this with a box cutter blade and push to the end, and that's sort of like how to make it at least open up. Oh, actually I messed up. That's the opposite way. This one actually was on the left side. I actually opened up my stuff on the right. But yeah, just pulling this back and not making the bends here. So again, I'm a box collector as well. Shoot me, I don't care. All right. So what's in the box? This is in the box. So you have your Kamehameha here. And you could see that, or I think that's just a fireball, but there's a fireball. Here's a stand. At least it comes with a stand, right? And then here are, all the different types of things that it comes with. It comes with two faces. It has like a stoic face and a yelling face. I believe the stoic face is, the smirk face, sorry. This is the smirk face here. I thought that the stoic face comes, standard off the bat. But correct me if I'm wrong in the comments. Again, I'm not really great at these types of videos, but again, you guys can correct me if I'm wrong right here. Again, he has these hands here. So we got the I want to say the karate chop hands, the Vulcan grip, or the peace grippy thing. We got what I'm gonna call the booby hands, the booby gripping hands, and then the flat fireball hands. And then here's a close-up look at the fireball. I'm not going to open these. I'll go into depth with the Ultimate Son Gohan superhero figure because I'm sure that there's a lot of videos that, you know, go into bigger details with that. But I want to share with you this actual piece. So again, I was saying earlier that I got a custom, you know, build of Gohan. And so I think what this person did was purchase two and then ended up just painting another head. So man, shout outs to that guy that actually, you know, ended up getting two without, you know, requiring a head on the other one. So not sure how that worked, but hey man, this was way before Super Saiyan Gohan was available anyway. So let's go ahead and share some of the details. So I like how this person painted it. You could see the detail in the eyes. It's green. And this person literally like pulled apart like the hair to give, you know, yes, it has some of the yellow, but there's like tinges of orange in this custom. So shout outs to whomever did this. Again, I just bought this off of eBay almost 3 years ago when I was barely starting collecting. So I didn't realize how, you know, rare somebody to custom build this one is. So yeah, they went all out with this detail. You know, you can still see the black on that one. And yeah, they went into the face itself. The two other faces here, let me show you those. Again, you can see that there's green and the yellow tinge of this custom. Perfect. I mean, you could still see like a blend of orange on the ends. Like they went above and beyond just to get this custom built. And you could see like on the side here, there's like a base paint of orange. Let me get that to focus. Yeah, on the sideburn. Same here. Yeah, so definitely attention to detail. And this is the last face, the stoic face here. Again, massive attention to detail. Just even the paint work is super intricate. And how thin that was. You can see the sideburn here, the sideburn there. And yeah, just to compare with what is here, I mean, that's literally, you know, the one-to-one there. The noticeable differences are just the eyes and the eyebrows. Everything else is stock. And yeah, definitely got lucky when purchasing this figure. So it does come with the Super Saiyan look and feel. But yeah, we won't ever get another Ultimate Son Gohan until years later, which I'll go ahead and show you next. All right, so we have the 2019 release of Ultimate Son Gohan, the event exclusive color edition, basically the San Diego Comic-Con version that was available online, which again, I probably wouldn't have been able to get if it wasn't for it being online. I remember trying to get this figure and yeah, being online and keep hitting F5 and trying to get that into cart. And I got super lucky. I was able to get this guy as well. So here it is, the box. This is a Funimation release, and I wanted to actually bring up the fact that the one I have is also a Funimation figure. I know the original had the Tamashii Bandai Collector's Edition, which comes in a brown box. So again, I didn't know the differences between the two back in the day. But yeah, I started collecting the Japanese one soon thereafter. But in any case, this is a 2020 release again, 10 years after the original came out. And you could see here, the figure has a couple of new heads compared to the old one. So let's go ahead and open that one first, and then we can go ahead and dive deeper into the details here. So you can see in the back, you know, the Super Saiyan head, which didn't come in the original box. And you had two different faces for the Super Saiyan head. And yeah, different color fireball, things like that. We'll go over that in more detail. But let's go ahead and open up the accessories first. All right, so again, you could see the Super Saiyan head. You can see the shouting faces for both. And then you could see the stoic, you know, face of Gohan. You notice that there's 3 faces, but I believe that there's 2 of each kind. This one has a smirking one, and then they have the regular stoic face and the shouting faces on each. So I guess that's a compromise. Going back to the custom that I did have, it did come with the yelling face, as well as the 2 other faces that I shown previously, both the stoic and the smirking face. So yeah, I mean, it's a custom build. I'm glad that they were able to do that, but for those that didn't get that opportunity, now you have it in, you know, the second form here 10 years later with this Ultimate Gohan release. So let's go ahead and run through again the accessories here. Besides the Saiyan face and the regular face, you have the blue fireball compared to the yellow one that is from the original Bandai premium exclusive one. So there's your reason why you'd want to pick up the second one. And then it comes with the same set of hands you could see here, and then a stand that's still attached here for the fireball, I believe, but I already have this, so if I need to use that, I can use that from the previous iteration. So there's your look at that. And let's bring back the figure here. So you could tell that this one's a lot more deeper in color. Obviously, the event exclusive color edition, deeper blue, right, with the gi. Much more shinier orange because they used the plastic, I believe. They painted the plastic as opposed to the original is matte painted. And then, yeah, everything is the same as the original one. I feel like there's more detail in the original one. You could see from the gi here that there's some shadowing there. Whereas the newer one is just the plastic mold itself. Again, correct me if I'm wrong. Don't really see much. Well, you can. A little bit, maybe. But it's much more glossier. Yeah, it looks like there is some shading. There's some color shading there. Very minimal. But this one feels like it is because of the matte from the original. So, again, same 1.0, I believe. You can see the gap here with both of the figures. But yeah, essentially it's the same. The big detail here as well are the eyes. So the first one, they made his eyes really, really tiny, or at least comparative to the character himself. You could see that there's some line detail there as well in between the eyebrows. And then the new one, has wider eyes or taller eyes. You can see the two details here. Yeah, I can see that his eyes here doesn't have as much detail, or at least in between. So you can see the line detail in the middle there. This one, barely, but that's the biggest difference from here on is the eyes, which I like better from the the 10-year-old version as opposed to the original one here. So that's a good change there. Apart from that, everything has been the same. I feel like there's more detail in the feet area. Shout outs to my feet people. Leave a comment below if you have a fetish. So you can see that there's some drawing or line detail in between the rope of the shoe, as opposed to the other one is just the mold, and that's practically it. No line detail. And yeah, so I just believe that they just painted or just had a new paint for the sculpture here. One note to have that at least I noticed, I believe with the older original version, you could see that there's a slight marking showing, I guess you could see barely, I don't think you could see it on my camera, but you can see that there's markings BSET, the copyright stuff, as opposed to the event exclusive, which doesn't have anything on the feet underneath. So a lot of people saying that, oh yeah, if you can't, the way to tell a legitimate piece is if to look at the feet and see that there's some details from, copyrights and things like that. Doesn't really apply. I just think that they really like feet. So again, shout out in the comments if you really like feet. Other than that, that's the big differences between these two. Again, based off of the version 1.0, I believe, of Goku and the Z Fighters. And yeah, so let's see. Yeah, that's practically it for this one. So they're the same figure, just better colors. Plus and minus getting more heads, different shapes of the heads, specifically the Saiyan stuff. But this is obviously custom stuff. So yeah, let's go ahead and move backwards a little bit 1 year for the Great Saiyaman. All right, here is the Great Saiyaman Gohan figure, the first one I have that is an actual, exclusive with the box that it came with. So usually when you order these Bandai Premium figures, Tamashii Nations style, they would come in this shipper box, and inside would come a separate figure. I started collecting these because I really like that they have a collector's box, or at least a shipper box. So in Japan, they would actually ship this with the figure. They don't double box it, but I got sort of lucky when using a courier. Shout out to GE Japan. They're the ones that I use to get these premium exclusive figures. But in any case, I like the fact that they come with a separate box. And yeah, so let's dive deep into this. I believe this one is, later on in the series with a bunch of other stuff that's included. So let's go ahead and open up the box here. You can see in the back, he has his cape and helmet, sunglasses, and, looking at that, there's a Saiyan, look here. But yeah, let's go ahead and open this bad boy up. So again, I like to pry it this way so it doesn't make any creases onto the box. Sorry if I'm sounding a little bit dry. I don't really like to drink water. I just want to get through this review because I am definitely excited to do something like this. So, all right, here are the pieces to the Gohan Great Saiyaman figure here. So, looks like we got, again, the Saiyan head. We have the shouting Saiyaman helmet head. We have the cape, which I actually removed, so you could actually pull this out, take this piece out, and then there's a little hole, and in there goes this peg that plugs into the back of, you know, his gi, and you can attach the cape there. This also comes with an extra set of antennas. I guess these are prone to break, and they provided an extra set of antenna just in case, which is pretty cool. I mean, they didn't even need to do that. I don't know why, but that's a great feature to have. And then on top of that shouting face, there is a mouthpiece that is more stoic. You know, no expression there. So that's a good detail. And then obviously the headband and sunglasses, which I think, if I remember correctly, this was his first, you know, iteration of his disguise before I think Bulma might have created this one. I might be wrong in that. I roughly watched this saga, but again, I'm here for the figure. So it looks really rad. Again, correct me if I'm wrong in the comments below. That's why they're there. So, but yeah, moving on to the other accessory, the hand. So, we got a left hand here doing like the Vulcan grip. The right has like a, I don't know, a cylindrical grip thing. I'm not sure if that's one of his poses here. Looks like, I don't know, a gun gripping. No, it's not a gun grip. Whatever. It looks like it's grabbing a pipe. Let's say that. And then two of these are his posing hands. So he does this in his Great Saiyaman pose. So that's what those are for. And these, again, karate chopping hands. They look like they're for the flight pose there. You know, I hope they come out with the Videl or Saiyaman 2 figure. I'm sure that they will. But yeah, that would be a great matchup because I believe he does this pose and she does another one. I think in movie 12. Was it movie 12 or 13? I'm not sure. I think it's one or the other. It's one of the later movies. I think it's 12. But yeah, and then he has the showy hands, the jazz hands, which he does the jazz hands right here. So yeah, they got jazz hands for Super Saiyaman or Great Saiyaman. Jumping ahead. All right, quick update. I forgot to mention this piece here. This is the transformation wrist watch. So that I believe Gohan can transform into Great Saiyaman. And this is the wristwatch that actually comes off pretty straightforward. And here's the notch there, if I can zoom in. So this detaches from here, and you could place this guy, if I can zoom into that, there, and it snaps into place. And there you have it. Let's just remove this fist here and plug it in to there. And yeah, this is his watch. Apparently in the series just presses that and his helmet and cape and all that kind of stuff appear. This usually happens when he's at school, has to, like, you know, leave for the bathroom. But yeah, that is his wristwatch. So let's get back to the rest of the video. Super Saiyaman. is the figure itself. Has the Super Saiyan head. And let me go ahead and pop that one out and show for more detail. So yeah, let's focus here. Yeah, so I mean, they give really good detail to the head itself, comparatively to the Gohan figure. It's not recoloring. It's actually, you know, a sculpture, a new sculpture, separate from that. I believe this is one piece. Yeah, this is one piece. So you can't switch out the mouth or any of that, which is great because I don't think we've ever really had one that had one piece. It looks like it was two pieces and then they just glued it. Maybe they were thinking of having extra faces, but I think having a Super Saiyan face is good enough. But yeah, it's sort of weird that the eyes here, they're on the, you know, regular Saiyaman are super huge compared to, you know, his eye sizes here. So if you guys could tell me in the comments below why the hell he has big ass eyes like this, let me know. I'm assuming that the sunglasses are going to cover those eyes, because look at how big these goddamn sunglasses are. It's like, I mean, comparative to his eyes too as well. Look at, yeah, they're almost the same size. So I don't know. Let me know in the comments below on that one. But actually showing more detail into this. This is his first disguise. He looks like he makes ramen or something like that. With this, you know, headband, his do-rag type of deal. So, you know, shout out to Piccolo. All right. And then, yeah, let's go towards this head. And I want to show more details into this custom. So, I mean, the color on the custom looks really good. I mean, they were trying to do what this newer figure did, was get some of that orange tinge on that. And so you can barely see that on this figure, that there's some, you know, orange on the sideburns, but it's underneath it. You could tell from the bang here, or at least on this, there's a slight tinge of orange. Again, the camera might not be picking it up, but it's there. So I like the fact that they actually gave us this option prior to the re-release of the Ultimate Son Gohan, which, let me go ahead and get that head out so you could see. And so this is the Ultimate Son Gohan re-release color. And this is the Great Saiyaman Super Saiyan head. I think this is Super Saiyan 2. I mean, just looking at the structure here. Again, correct me if I'm wrong, if I don't get the lore right. I am very, very rusty when it comes to Dragon Ball stuff. But yeah, so I mean, the hair is glossier on the re-release of the Ultimate Son Gohan versus the matte finish on the Great Saiyaman. So again, a lot of good details onto this one. I mean, I like this style more than the regular Ultimate Son Gohan. Yes, it's much more natural, but I really like the Lisa Simpson look of the spikes here. So yeah, definitely. I like the way that it parts on this side, and it's very sharp, and it's on one end versus this one has like a little coif there, a little tease on that one. But yeah, definitely like this head over this one. I haven't tried to peg that on to other ones, but I don't think it will fit, considering you can see the difference in hole size. And I believe that there were previous videos of this, you know, where those YouTube videos, YouTubers are trying to plug that into the old one, but I don't think that works. So granted, I was lucky to even get this redone for the older versions. Again, you can see that that pegs in there perfectly. So, but yeah, just wanted to share the details with this. And again, let's go into the figure itself. So I would say off the bat, I do not like the ankles on this. This thing does not stand unless you bolt these ankles. So you could see that there is some attention to detail. I believe it's just so that he can pose a lot more right here, you know, having his feet point down. But with that functionality comes the stability, which I don't think this really has. If I stand it up, I mean, I'm lucky to have it, you know, standing up right then. But you have to sort of finagle it so that these are grounded. See, even having that, it just falls flat on its face because the ankle is so weak. So when you have this figure, make sure to, you know, peg this one down. Make sure you balance it out because it's just super hard to make this stand on its own. Again, I got lucky the first time, but I don't think I'm going to be able to do that again. Going up to the head area, again, the figure itself has some nice hair sculpture. Very sharp, you know, not as sharp as the Super Saiyan Lisa Simpson look, but it's there. I like that attention to detail. His ears look super huge too as well with his eyes. If I can show you the difference here, I mean, it does look the same, but I think because of the hair being this dark, it just, and his eyes being super huge, it just brings, it makes it seem like the ear is bigger. I don't know. Say it in the comments, I'm insane. So, all right, the shoulder pads, you know, they're getting better. You could see that there still has that gap, but underneath it has the black, you know, undershirt area. So that's cool. You could see, I'm not sure if these are bullet holes or if those are supposed to be like, you know, some details, but I just want to think that they're bullet holes because he gets shot at, especially in the movie. So that could be it. Turning it around again, this is the gap opening here. This is his gi / skirt area, looking more like, you know, the Link character with his gi. The knees actually I really like. It can get away with getting these knees down because he's not wearing those gi pants. I think he's wearing like Spanx or some shit. But yeah, I like the detail on the knee, and he's able to do a lot of stuff. I mean, based off of, you know, this figure here, he's able to do more poses. We'll go into detail with the Ultimate Gohan superhero version that, you know, they correct that later on, or at least make it better. And then, yeah, the shoes or the boots have the yellow front, the yellow tips, and it's more of like, you know, more space boot looking like type of stuff. Maybe Vegeta, who knows? But yeah, that is the Great Saiyaman figure itself. And oh yeah, I forgot to mention the belt buckle. Again, it reminds me of the Mr. Satan belt, the champion belt. But yeah, that is Great Saiyaman. This figure I want to like, but because of his eyes, and it's hard for him to stand up. It's hard to make him like, you know, my favorite one out of the bunch. But he does come with some good accessories too. So, I mean, you can't go wrong with Ramen making Gohan and Lisa Simpson Gohan. So, I mean, yeah, definitely love those two. And as well as the cape, the superhero cape. I mean, you can't beat that, you know, comes with that. But yeah, that is Great Saiyaman. And I'll go ahead and group up the rest of the figures, and you can see the differences with all of them put together. All right, so here are all 5 Gohans lined up from the first one all the way to obviously the recent release. And we got a Demoniacal Fit right here. So again, they have a lot of variations, but they're all good pieces. I think mainly that they are all built really, really well. And yeah, so let's go ahead and get started with the recent release. This Gohan here has his hair parted to the right, on his right side, similar to the Great Saiyaman. What I see right off the bat is, you know, Gohan's hair is a lot thicker with this new release, and you know, the bang is thicker in the front, whereas the Saiyaman has his, you know, a little bit thinner there, but he has bigger eyes. So I have no idea why they made his eyes big. Maybe, you know, to cover his, you know, to match the sunglass with, but whatever. I think that's odd. But yeah, I mean, looking at it again closely, you can see that there is some detail in the eyes, the eyebrow area underneath the eyes itself. I believe this just signifies the CGI element of the new movie. It gives good detail to the character as well. So if they end up doing this in future iterations, I think I'd be fine with that. The wristlets are black, you know, as opposed to blue, you know, with the original figures. But this is, again, based off of the Piccolo suit. I like that actual look as well. That matches with the hair. The waistband is red, obviously, and all of theirs is blue, again, to signify the Piccolo look and feel. And then obviously with the shoes are, you know, brown, similar to Piccolo's. I know Piccolo's is pointy in some of the cartoon series, but yeah, you could see the big difference there. I think that is a good representation of Gohan, considering that he is more Piccolo's pupil than his dad. So yeah, definitely I'm looking forward to watching that movie, which is actually coming out this Thursday as of this recording. So and other than that, I just like the placement of the joints. So in the first iteration here, you know, the chest area isn't really as flexible. Here, you know, you got a bend in the chest as well as the hip. So you could do some more, you know, flying poses, you know, things like that if you'd want. Much more flexibility in the front, you know, kicking up like that. I mean, I think that's a lot more, I guess, physically realistic rather than having this. You know, this is very stiff. You can do the same thing, but yeah, I like that it has a joint here. Again, the joint area with the legs, I'm partial to this a little bit, only because, you know, I don't really like what I call the front butt. Literally looks like underwear and ass cheeks right here. But I mean, it works. You could do, you know, high knee poses like this. You know, that would work fine, as opposed to this one is very stuck. So that's an advantageous, you know, plus for that figure. You can see here, as opposed to this. And he does have more of that, you know, flexibility, especially, you know, with Gohan's training. But yeah, if they end up doing this for the third iterations of the Gokus and all the Saiyan, you know, slash Dragon Ball crew, I think I'll be fine with that. They just need to make this sort of look a lot cleaner. But yeah, so that's another thing. And then the third is that, you know, double joint knee thing here. Again, excuse me for not being as technical. I don't really do these types of videos. I just, you know, whatever I see that is different, I'll call it out. But yeah, so I mean, definitely helps out with the knee flex as opposed to the old one jointer. And, you know, in the back of these, you could definitely tell, like, you know, they've went and further developed these figures. So there's a big old like hole in the back of the first version versus, you know, what they currently have now with the flat back. So that's a cool thing. But yeah, I mean, those are the big items that I see with this newest figure. I really like the construction of it. It feels like it's much more posable as opposed to, you know, the older ones here. But again, they're giving more shine to Gohan in the recent movie. So it's long overdue. He is one of the most powerful characters, if not the most powerful character in the series of Dragon Ball. He just has not been able to get to his full potential yet. So, but yeah, that is Ultimate Gohan. The figure, let's see what he comes with. So I opened up the box earlier and you can see what type of stuff it comes with. He has two faces. Look at all the hands dropped. So let's go quickly on the two faces here. We have a shouting face, which again goes to the detail with the CGI look of this new movie. And then he has like an angry teeth face here. So again, the details of the line work above the eyebrows, underneath the eyes, the cheek, things like that. So definitely cool. Again, if they continue on to do that, even moving forward with the newer figures, I don't mind. That's going to be cool. Here are the two grasping hands. Let's see if I can get that here. Yep, so I'm really bad at this, but it's fine. I'm not really used to doing these types of videos. All right, so yeah, these are his open palms. Sure to do like the fireballs or whatever. Here are his, I'm gonna call them breast grabby hands. You know, they're curved. I mean, you could probably, you know, cross his hands like this, put a fist in one of them and close it down, or do, you know, another, you know, Kamehameha type here. Again, I'm really bad at this, but I hope you guys get the picture. This is mainly for just showing what's on the figure here itself. And then finally, we have some, I don't know what to call these hands. They're more of like, I don't know. Piece grabbing things. I have no idea. Again, maybe he's doing something new. Gun grabbing hands. I have no idea. These, again, Vulcan grip hands. If you could tell me in the comments below, I'd greatly appreciate that. But yeah, so that's what comes in the kit here. Let me just put that back together. You know, put this in the mold here. So that's what it comes with in this shell. So not bad. I mean, we've gotten more in different releases. So that's what comes in this box here. And yeah, they go over the flexibility of Gohan. Yeah, it looks like you could do the Makanko Sapo right there in the top here, you know. And yeah, so that's Ultimate Gohan, the figure. I feel it's a good starter figure if you don't have a Gohan. I know that they're going to be releasing the extra pieces, like I believe the eyeglasses and the shield if you do the 2 new bad guys in this movie. So yeah, I'm yet to watch that movie, so I'm not sure who is involved in what. But yeah, I can't wait for those pieces coming in. Those are a Bandai premium exclusive ones, so definitely they're really milking this one here to get all of the complete Ultimate Gohan, Piccolo, you know, apprentice type of figures. So yeah, definitely we'll do another review when that comes out. So apart from that, I will end today's review, and hopefully you guys have a set of your own. And if you end up wanting to get all 5 or all, you know, rest of the Gohan clan, by all means, go for it. I mean, these are all good figures in itself. I mean, you know, with the color differentiations, you know, the hands, the eyes, you could see the history involved with just, you know, these figures itself. So hopefully you'll be able to grab a few of them, if not all of them, soon. And yeah, again, I'm not sponsored by Figuarts, Bandai, or any of that stuff. I'm just a really big fan of the Dragon Ball franchise and these figures as well. So any questions, leave them in the comment section below. All right, you thought I might have forgotten, but here's the bonus figure. Obviously not a part of Figuarts, but you know, you just so happen to know the Demoniacal Fit, Mr. Mightiest Warrior Gohan right here. So yeah, this I feel like is what Bandai should have done to redesign the Gohan figure, or at least make, you know, some changes to that. So I really like the eyes and the hair. It's more of closer to the aesthetic of the Dragon Ball anime, from my take on this. And as far as the accessories, we can go into that, but come on, he got the thumbs up, man. So all right, let's just go into what is inside of the box. And here is what it comes with. This is the box. Very, I mean, well put together, considering it is a knockoff, a really good knockoff in most cases. I've only heard of Demoniacal Fit when I was trying to get customized heads and stuff. So they make really good reps of, you know, I believe the Gogeta head before they even made like the figure. I think they did, like, they started off with doing the Ginyu squad with Ginyu and all these other characters, and then started to create custom heads, like I think the Super Saiyan God, Super Saiyan, the blue head, the Super Saiyan God, red head, Ultra Goku with the silver head, and Trunks is clear head, and Saiyan heads, all these different heads, man. They're shout outs to Demoniacal Fit. They got the head game going. But yeah, so again, they don't want to get sued, so they call this Mightiest Warrior. But I feel like it's coming from the same factory that they make all the other ones. It's just, you know, offset so they don't get sued or whatever. I don't know. They're good at doing replication. So let's go ahead and open this up and show you what it comes with. So inside of this, they have a Super Saiyan head, and they got 2 faces. They have 2 regular face Gohans, which is the stoic face, and the teeth gritting one. And then actually a third one, which I think he's, what was it? Oh, it's a yelling face. And then I don't know why they included this little piece. I don't think I've ever seen this in the series, and I'll show it to you, but I feel like this should be like what's his face? Yamcha's. Yamcha had similar hair, at least towards like the middle of the Dragon Ball series. I know that he rocked that hairstyle, but comment in the section below if this came out, you know, in any series of Dragon Ball, and I'm not aware of it. But let's go ahead and get back to the other accessories, the fingers. This one, again, the Vulcan grip. And I'm going to call this the booby gripping hands, and then the Kamehameha hands. I already used it in the other figure, or at least on the figure itself. So you'll see that there's fists located where those gaps are. All right, and then here's the figure itself. It's pretty good. It's pretty damn good. Again, I like the fact that they did come with a thumbs up, like I was saying before. So shout outs to Demoniacal Fit on that. As far as the colors, it's a little bit darker. It sort of looks like the first iteration. As far as the coloring is concerned with the orange gi, but it does have some matte finishes, and I can go ahead and show you after I go through the figure. So that's one noticeable difference. The blue is very, very navy, dark blue, almost close to light black in some cases. The arms I like better than the version 1. It doesn't look like there's a shield, or at least like the muscle looks like it's jutting out. This one's better. It still has the 1.0 kind of shoulders, but at least the joint here is not weak, or it doesn't feel like it's weaker. So that's a good addition. And then the legs, I believe this is a lot better implementation. I feel better than even the Ultimate Gohan superhero. And it does have some articulation. I'll still give it to the Ultimate Gohan superhero for the knee strike, or at least the bend in the knee. But this comes at a, you know, I like the aesthetic of this. The Ultimate Gohan has like what I call front butt, where it just looks like a butt to me, like from the front of the figure. And I can show you that right here. It looks like a diaper and a thong or whatever. This somewhat gets in between both the original and the newer look. So out of the three, I would take, you know, this Mightiest Warrior, the legs, just as my opinion. I just didn't like the the blue tinge that's on there. But yeah, going down the feet area, it's a lot darker blue / black, I want to say. There is no detail on the knots. Again, I am not going to fault it for that, because it is a bootleg after all. But here's the original just for context. So there's some detail in the original boot as opposed to none on here. Obviously, there is no feet indication of this being legit. Again, that doesn't determine if this is legit or not. The original has that marking on the foot, but the Great Saiyaman doesn't. And again, even the re-release of Ultimate Son Gohan from the event exclusive doesn't have it. But yeah, I believe they changed that up on the Ultimate Son Gohan with it being actually imprinted rather than painted on. But yeah, I just wanted to call that out because this is a technically bootleg image, or a bootleg figure. So shout out to my foot fetish heads here in the YouTube area. So yeah, and that is mainly the big differences. I mean, as far as the head is concerned, he does have it spiky. Here, let me zoom in. Yep. So it's much more spiky, as opposed to the original, where it has that coif or that tease on there. This is straight up and has sort of, again, the Bart Simpson, I'll say, since it's shorter, versus the original, natural spikes. And yeah, that's sort of the main differences. If you want to dive deep into the actual figures themselves, or the accessories themselves, let's first go through the Saiyan heads. So they did a really good job with doing the Saiyan head. The eyes, again, are much more open, and the hair, they got the orange tinges down on the base of the spikes. They also have, even the details to the yellows on the eyebrows, the two slits here. That's a really good attention to detail. They also got, in between the eyes, there is some, some slight brown marking. So that's another plus. And then I'm comparing it to this custom here, where there isn't much of that type of detail, but again, more of that orange tinge. Let's see if it focuses. Oh, yeah, lost that guy. But yeah, you could see the details in the repro of the figure. And let's go ahead and bring open the Ultimate Son Gohan again, and then compare it to the knockoff one. I like, again, the design of the knockoff one because, again, it's much more sharp. I feel like the colors are there. I'm not a fan of the gloss. That's just me. And then lastly, let's go through, if I can find it. Yep. The Super Saiyan from this Great Saiyaman, just so that we have a full comparison of all these Saiyan heads. Again, I think that's one of the deals with Gohan, is that there's a bunch of Saiyan heads that fans wanted to have, but weren't able to get with these current figures. So this, again, the the Lisa Simpson hair versus the Bart Simpson of hair. They got the detail in the lines, the matte finish I like. Obviously, the coif is going to the right. The part is going to the left on the aftermarket piece. Yeah, and it's just similar spikes. This has less, which is good. This one's a lot more flared out. Again, let me know in the comments if that was like canon, where it's all flared out like that. But I feel like this one is the great median throughout all of the Super Saiyan heads that have been either customized or, been made for the official releases. So definitely like the aftermarket head versus, again, the Great Saiyaman and the custom and the re-release. So if I was to rate the heads from best to worst design, I would go with the Mightiest Warrior, followed by the Great Saiyaman, and then the re-release, followed by the custom. Again, at least the custom got what some fans wanted. Leave in the comments below if you know the person that did these custom heads, because again, these are amazing. And I'm hoping that that person is still doing some work even after, 10 years of this being a figure. But yeah, as far as that's concerned, those are the only items that I see as far as differences with this all of the other Gohan figures. But there's one thing that I wanted to bring up, which is kind of odd, and it's that weird hair sculpt. And I'm gonna try to do this again. But yeah, I feel like this is the Yamcha hairstyle. And let's see if I can try to zoom in on that. Yeah, so this weird looking crown thing. Yeah, I'm not sure what season this was. Maybe it is Ultimate Gohan, who knows? Like Super Saiyan 2 or whatever. Let me know in the comments below if this one was in a series or if this is just sort of an off thing. Again, I'm not in like far deep in the lore, but please correct me if I'm wrong. I don't know anything. I don't know as much Dragon Ball as I thought I would, but yeah, just let me go ahead and share this with you. I'm gonna take his hairpiece off. Look at that 5 head, and then place the weird piece onto onto Gohan itself. This is hard to place in there. It's really tight to get that in there. So I mean, shout outs to Demoniacal Fit. I'm gonna do this off camera because these are pretty damn hard to get in there. But yeah, it is. Oh man, this is not coming together. You can see how tight that fit is there, where the holes are so far apart, and the actual pegs for this hair is like, oh my gosh. Okay. So the face came off. That's how tight this thing is. Let's see if I could try to do this way. Apologies for most of the off-camera work. Again, I don't really usually do these videos, nor do I, plan on doing more of them. But if, you want me to, please let me know in the comments below. Yeah, this is so weird. You know what? I'm stupid. You know why that doesn't fit? Because I've been trying to do this with the with the original figure. So there you go. That's my problem there. Let me go ahead and rewind and actually place that into the original here, so you can see that big ass head of his here. I'm gonna leave that in the video because I am an idiot. But yeah, so this is his hairstyle. I don't remember him in any series or any publication, anime or otherwise, or manga or otherwise, that he has this hairstyle. The only one I can think of that had that hairstyle is Yamcha, and there is a custom for that. So let me know in the comments below if I'm wrong with that. But you can see the comparison again. This just goes to show that the original and the Demoniacal Fit are very, very good figures. So yeah, I mean, yikes. I don't know, man. This looks hella weird. Just, man, I don't get it. I really don't get it. It just, yeah, it just screams out Yamcha. All he needs is like a scar on his face and call him Yamcha. That's practically it. But yeah, just wanted to share that too. Again, don't think that this piece I really like. This is like the worst hairstyle. And again, if this is canon, my bad. I don't know much about the lore in Dragon Ball Z towards the Buu saga and stuff. But yeah, man, it looks so stupid. Yeah, dude, I don't like it. But anyways, yep, so that is the Demoniacal Fit, and that goes towards the end of my review for the Ultimate Gohan figures that are all here. So let's go ahead and put them all back together again. I'm gonna leave his hair like that because it looks so stupid. Let's put that back here. We'll put the original right over here. And then we got Great Saiyaman over here. right? If I can make sure he doesn't fall when he stands. There we go. And then let's get the re-release color edition right here. Cool. And then, there you go. Last but not least, let's put this Gohan, as this is the most recent iteration of that. And I can't wait to watch the movie. That's going to be a nice movie. I feel like I've already seen parts of it online, so I'm sort of spoiled on how that ends and things. But nevertheless, it's always good to watch a Dragon Ball movie. They're always a good time, especially that they're in the theaters and we're able to watch them in the theaters, which I know that the release was supposed to be earlier, 2021, I believe. But due to the pandemic, we had to plan, like, you know, they had to pause on everything. I mean, that's with a lot of movie releases. So just glad to go ahead and watch this in the theaters with, you know, us other fans of the Dragon Ball series. So anyways, that is all of the figures here. You know, comment below again if you have any questions, and if you really like sort of these weird in detail, not really technical types of videos, I can do them for you guys on other figures. I am a big fan of S.H.Figuarts, specifically in Dragon Ball. I do collect MAFEX or MAFEX, those Metacom figures. And I used to collect the Marvel Legends / Hasbro figures, but they've been super cheap as of late, the quality and just the structure. So I stopped really collecting those. But in any case, leave a comment below. And as always, I'll see you on the next video. Bye for now.